Hi, this is AP Stead from AP As We See It, live in Columbia, Missouri for the big ball game. Hasn't been played since 2011. University of Kansas Jayhawks versus University of Missouri Tigers. Our very special guest, the voice of the Jayhawks.
Brian Hanni with you. Great to see you, AP.
Hey, Ryan, we finally meet in person.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm fired up. We're excited, man. It's been way too long for these two teams to not have a chance to play each other, and so a lot of anticipation. And honestly, two programs that have done a lot of great things in recent years for Kansas. We feel like we're in the best position we could be coming into this game. Had they rescheduled it 5 years ago, we wouldn't be any match. But right now, we feel like we've got a team capable of coming in and winning.
Jalen Daniels, outstanding quarterback. I had a chance to visit with him at the Manning Passing Academy in Thibodaux. Great personality.
Fabulous personality. He just oozes charisma. And now we're seeing a more focused, dialed in, this is my last hurrah version of JD. They said going back to January, he treats every day like game day. He's more locked in than ever before, recognizing that this is his last chance to carve out his Kansas legacy, but also his final chance to prove to NFL scouts that he can play on Sundays. So games like today in an SEC stadium, in an atmosphere as good as this one, a real opportunity for JD to shine and prove he's capable of being one of the best quarterbacks, not just in the Big 12, but in the country.
Who are some other people on offense that we have to watch for?
Well, I think Daniel Highshaw is obviously the running back, bell cow, but behind him, LeSean Williams, a transfer from Iowa, will be back today. He was gone in week 2 when we took on Wagner, but he's healthy again, so that's our 1-2 punch in the backfield. Highshaw, to me, leads the Big 12 in rushing. He's an all-conference caliber back. And then when they go to the air, Emmanuel Henderson. Tiger fans will remember that name because he was a 5-star Alabama recruit.
Yes.
Initially recruited as a running back. Now he's a receiver. He runs 23 miles per hour. That's how fast he is. Best vertical deep ball threat that Jalen Daniels has had his entire career. And then in addition to Emmanuel Henderson, Cam Pickett, I think, is a name you need to know. More of a possession receiver type guy, but they'll target him early and often.
Mm-hmm. The tight ends, have they utilize the tight ends?
I think so. I think we're going to start to utilize the tight ends more this season than we did last season when Jeff Grimes was the OC. You got Jim Zabrowski now as your play caller. He was the assistant OC and the quarterbacks coach for the last 4 years heading into this year. I think they open up the playbook a lot more this year. I think they get the tight ends more involved, and they've got 4 different options, starting with a senior transfer from Iowa State named Deshaun Hanika. But Grun, Brune, Cure, there's a whole bunch of guys they could turn to. And how about this stat? In KU's first 2 games, 15 different Jayhawks have caught a pass. So they like to spread it around to a multitude of capable receivers.
Love that versatility in the offense. I love that. Defensively, they have somebody who can get to the quarterback, disrupt the transfer from Penn State.
Absolutely we do. It's the best pass rush, the most disruptive pass rush we've had since the Mark Mangino era. And obviously for folks that don't know, Mangino won 20 games in a 2-season stretch in 07 and 08, including an epic 08 thriller in the final minute to beat Mizzou in Kansas City. But this is the best group of rush-ins we've had and defensive tackles we've had since Mangino's best team. Now, Dean Miller is the name most fans know because he was second team All Big 12 a year ago, but Leroy Harris is a transfer from Chattanooga whose dad played 7 years in the NFL. He's a breakout star in the Big 12. I think you look at Finkley, Brinkley, and a couple other options, including Alex Bray, a transfer from Illinois, that all factor into the pass rush as well. It's definitely the most capable defensive front we've had in 15 seasons.
The game gets close. How's the special teams for the Jayhawks?
Well, I think we have the edge since Missouri's kicker was injured a week ago with the torn ACL. So Marjan, our kicker, is a transfer that's been rock steady solid his first couple of weeks. But that's kicking at home in the comfy confines. Kicking here on the road with the game on the line, we'll see. He's a first-year player for us, so we'll see. Punting game, we've had 2 different punters the first 2 weeks, but Finn Lappin is the starter. He hopes to be back this week. He's an Australian punter, and he had a 62-yarder in week 1, so we're excited about that. And then in the kick return game, Emmanuel Henderson could be a return man, but then also Tate Nagy. His dad is the OC for the Chiefs, so he was busy last night down in Brazil, but his son's been busy the first 2 weeks returning punts. And, he doesn't look like much in terms of height and size, but, man, he's got some wiggle and shake to him, and he's a tough one to bring down.
Kansas will win if?
I think if they start fast, play from out in front, put all the pressure on Mizzou's very talented group, but it's pretty green in terms of their quarterback, running back combination. Put them on their heels, make them play from a 2-score hole, and see how Pabula and company rally back out of that. Now, that's not the only recipe to a Kansas win. Certainly they could win a back-and-forth battle, but I think our best chance is to come in, stun this team and this crowd with a fast start. If you don't do that, and Pabula and company get rolling, if Hardy is getting fed, and they're racking up a 2-score lead and this place is rocking, it's a lot tougher for the Jayhawks. But they do have the firepower to play from behind, and they've won some big games on the road in the landslide pulled era. They won at Texas. Last year they beat an undefeated BYU team in Provo. So I don't think that they'll be overwhelmed by the atmosphere and the environment, but a fast start sure would help.
Hey, we want to thank the voice of the Jayhawks, Brian. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you, AP. Great to see you.
Yes, my pleasure.